Hey folks, Sega Sonic fan here, and I'm hacking another CRT. What a shocker. This is a CT13R30 that I found on the sidewalk from August 1999. It's pretty sweet, actually. I'm a big fan of it so far. Well, there's some drawbacks. The biggest drawback is it won't actually natively accept analog RGB. It uses a AN5166 chroma encoder. I'll see if I can get the picture of it here without electrocuting myself would be ideal. The AN5166 is pretty common. That family of chips is pretty common in the Panasonics. Gosh, it's hard to get in here. Let me try to turn this around a bit. So this guy is our jungle chip, AN5166K, and then down there is the microcontroller. What's nice about this guy is it's a very bare bones chassis. It actually doesn't have like a metal frame and stuff too, so it makes it really light. It's a 14-inch, 14-inch monitor, depending on which country you're in, which I actually really like. I think it's a great size for a gaming monitor. It's got rear and front composite and mono audio inputs, and it's got a pretty nice OSD as well. Also, remotes are really cheap to get for it. So I like it. I'm a fan. It's got a very nice tube, actually. I'm a big fan of the tube, strangely enough. Reminds me a lot of the Arcade Wells Garner tubes, and I guess it's made by, let's get a MTC, never heard of them, but there's your tube sticker. So what I'm doing here today, though, is getting S-Video input into this thing, because we all know composite is real rough on the eyeballs once you've had the glory of S-Video in your life. And was going to show how I did that. It's surprisingly difficult sometimes with the way all these traces run underneath different components. But the gist of it is pin 39 is your Y input. Pin 39 is over here. And you see the 40 right there. That's a nice way to tell what pin you're at. And then pin 43 is your composite. So I traced everything out, and what I found was, you can see where I removed the Y signal and the composite get mixed with this one little 0 ohm resistor. This is an 0805 package. I think all these parts are. So I removed that to separate the Y and the C, and the chrominance is mixed with this, input with this capacitor, which is C601, which goes to that pad right there. Can use my screwdriver here to give a better showing. So yeah, that pad right there is where the chrominant signal comes in. So you want to separate it and then input into this capacitor. And you remove the 0 ohm bridge there for the Y signal, and you should get a fairly separated chrominance and Y. One thing though that's very strange is the chrominance pin on this, which is pin 43, also does some sort of black level kind of. There's some weird circuit where it actually needs like half of the supply rail. So up here, I believe it's up here, there is this resistor right here is going to the positive rail, and then this capacitor and this resistor over here, this one I think it is, are going to the negative rail. So there is like a voltage divider deal. Kind of strange. I'm not sure why they didn't just do a dedicated chrominance pin, but whatever. That's the only difficult part. And then of course, just like most CRTs, you can feed in your Y signal just right here through your actual input jack. So I'll do a second follow-up to this where I show what it looks like. But so far the results are pretty promising. Sometimes when you get these jungle ICs that mix the Y and C, and the chassis is mixing the Y and C as well, it's really hard to separate them and to get like a pure separation. I'd say this is about 90% separate right now. It might even be 100%, especially because it's hard to tell because pin 39 will accept a Y signal, or it looks like it will also accept a CVBS, which is really uncommon. So I can't just feed it a composite signal and then see if it's separating the color or not. All I can do is feed it S-Video and then see what that looks like. But so far it looks very promising, and I'll post back when it's all done.